Hello there, what's going on everybody? It's JB here with another edition of the Burnley career mode, and we're getting towards the halfway mark. We've got past the halfway mark of the first half of the season. We're coming up to the end of October, and now we've got to play Rafa's Newcastle, right down in the bottom three at the moment of the Premier League. So this was an important game for us. Newcastle will be bringing their travelling Toon Army, no doubt, along for the ride. So they were going to be well backed by their supporters on the day, 2,500 of them. We're going to travel down from Newcastle. I'm sure they would like to have taken over the whole cricket field stand, but that was just not possible. They started the day, Newcastle, in 19th. We started the day 3 points clear. So a win really against Newcastle, and a good win, was essential. But this is going to be tough against Rafa's boys. Let's get over to the turf and find out what happened. And I can tell you it was an eventful match. Enjoy. Well, it's a wonderful atmosphere as Turf Moor comes out to the tune of noise, not just from the Burnley fans but from the Toon Army. Look at that, a tale of two teams. Only 5 goals scored for Newcastle, worst in the Premier League, but 17 for Burnley so far. That's by far and away the Premier League's best. And John Stutzy knows this will still be a good test really, because Newcastle are no shrinking violets. Let's have a look at that Burnley lineup with Tom Heaton of course in goal. Back four, Trippier, Shawcross, me and Ward. You know the drill by now. Then a midfield four of Lennon, Cork, back from injury, Defoe and Brady, and Ings and Wood up front. So it means that Grenier will drop to the bench and Sherlock starts on the bench as well. Sam Vokes also starts on the bench too for Burnley. Big crowd, as I say. And Newcastle with a backing of 2,500 Geordies line up with Elliott in goal. A back four of Mangrello, Lajona, Ramos and Gomez. Atsu, Colback, Marino and Aarons on the midfield four, with Correa up front. Correa in the attacking midfielder role, and Joselu, formerly from Stoke, up front. And the likes of Shelby and Lascelles are amongst the substitutes here for Newcastle as they look to get their season kick-started now in one promotion last season. The ref in charge is Neil Swarbrick. Well, we've not had much in the opening 14 minutes. Here's Joselu for Newcastle, and the ball back across, and it was a dangerous one. But still not away yet. It comes for Jack Colback, and his shot was deflected wide. And Newcastle here, after a nervy opening first 10-12 minutes from both teams, starting to get on the front foot here at Turf Moor. And you wouldn't think that Newcastle were the team in the bottom three the way they've gone about their business. Here comes the corner, knocked away again. It will come for Correa again to knock the ball into the danger zone. Back to Moreno, now Atsu. Lajuna. Colback. And it's Jack Colback. Left foot, good save, Tom Heaton. Really good effort. Couple of opportunities already for the Newcastle captain. Got it onto the left foot, struck it well. It was on target. In fact, he didn't. He hit the hanger post and bar. Moreno. Correa. Oh, good turn. And Joselu's in. Oh, and it's going to break loose. It's Atsu. Danger here for Burnley. Atsu across, and Correa will have a simple tap in. And Newcastle on balance of play, deservedly going front. And it's a real setback for Stutzy's boys. Oh, my alter ego is absolutely seething on the far side. Atsu playing the ball back, and Correa was there and marked in the 6-yard area, and he had the easiest left foot tap in he'll ever have in his entire career. There's John Stutzy, furious about that. 1-0 to Newcastle, 23 minutes on the clock, and what a real turn up here. The team that started second bottom leading top of the league by a goal to nil. It's unheard of, but here's Chris Wood trying to put things right, and he has done. Chris Wood has equalised, and Newcastle's lead lasted all but 90 seconds. Straight from the kick-off. Well, that's the sign of when all's vulnerable, when you've just scored a goal. An old phrase in football, that. Newcastle have just proved it there. They relaxed. They were still celebrating that opening goal. And Burnley have hit them straight away from the restart. 1-1. Chris Wood has got the goal. And it's his 6th goal of the season. And straight to Burnley it goes. Last 10 minutes of the first half here. Defoe. Good run. Defoe. Good save by Elliott. Really good save by the goalkeeper. Just watch this on the replay. He has to adjust his feet slightly. And the good thing about Elliott's save here, he watches the ball all the way. That was very good goalkeeping there by the Newcastle stopper. Keeps his team on parity anyway. Brady with a corner. 2-4-5 in the Burnley attack here. There's the header. And hooked away to safety. Here's Aarons. Gamez. Colback. Aarons again. Correa. Newcastle starting to build one or two things together. Moreno. Still Moreno. Colback. Moreno once again. Yosalu. Correa. Good run in this. Oh, and just for a moment then I thought Newcastle might have threaded their way through. And the ball was loose, but Trippier picks the ball up, but he gives it away. Yosalu takes possession. Correa's there again. Correa's shot deflected. And it's an easy one there for Tom Heaton to take delivery of there. Now Lennon. Newcastle now don't want to concede another one, but here come the Clarets, and Lennon is using his pace, although Gamez is pulling his shirt a bit. In fact, Gamez got back and prevents the corner. And in fact, that was the last act of the first half, really, that Newcastle in the main dominated, but Burnley really came back when they needed it most. 1-0 it became Newcastle, and then all of a sudden Chris Wooding back for the home team. And we've got a situation here at Turf Moor. Burnley 1, Newcastle 1. And off we go then in the second half. Burnley 1, Newcastle 1. No changes from either side as this game, or the second half rather, gets underway. And here's Burnley just slowing the tempo down a little bit. Stephen Defoe likewise. Back to me again. No changes incidentally, as I said, from either side. Here's Robbie Brady on the break. And Grello to meet him. Should touch too much of that possibly to the Newcastle man. Still Brady. Oh, he's kept hold of the ball, in all fairness to him, and he's won his team a free kick here. Nice in position this perhaps. And Turf Moor is holding its breath. If we see a magnificent free kick out of this, then my word, it would be amazing here. But there's 4 in the Newcastle wall. She'll make it that little bit more difficult, but you never know. Brady here, left footer. There's other options as well. Will we go with Brady, or will it be more? Well, he's going for the right footed Defoe. Stephen Defoe, and that's easy for goalkeeper Rob Elliott. Yosalu for Newcastle. Gamez. Yosalu again. Good football this from the Geordies, the Toon Army. The ball back across and into the 6-yard area, and it's been turned in by Atsu. 2-1 to Newcastle. Lovely move across the face. Tom Heaton desperately trying to keep the ball out of the net. And Atsu's shot there, the goalkeeper got an arm on it, but could only parry it into the floor, and then it bounced the wrong side of the line for the goalkeeper's liking, and the right side for the Toon Army. And it's his first of the season. 2-1 to Newcastle. With just over 10 minutes in the second half gone, and Burnley now must come from behind again. John Walters is about to come on for Robbie Brady. Walters, a big powerful man, signed from Stoke City. Well, Burnley now really need to hit back straight away. They did so on the opening goal that Newcastle got. Now they've got to hit back again with Lennon. And I get the feeling that the next half an hour or so will be played in exclusively in the Burnley half. One! Oh, a sensational goal! Chris Ward in his second of the day, and it's 2-2. And again, the Newcastle lead lasted about 4 minutes. Turf Moor is absolutely shaking, given away cheaply, really, and then Wood takes it on his left foot and into the corner. Rob Elliott has not got a hope. It's 2-2, and we've got some half an hour to go yet to this second half, and boy, are we in for a last half an hour and a half now. 1-1, 2-2 rather, and Wood gets his 7th of the season. We're in for a grandstand finish now. Here's Wood. And Ings is through the centre. And it's scored, and Burnley lead for the first time in the game. It's 3-2, and twice having been behind. Burnley are in front. And it was a lovely move. Wood the provider this time. Elliott had no chance. Maybe gone too far towards his left-hand side as he looks. And he was no way going to get across to his right to stop that. And Danny Ings has made it 3-2 with 68 minutes on the clock. Third goal this season for Danny Ings. And boy did he need it. Well, it's all changed here. Off comes Lennon. And on comes the German Andre Schürrle. The man signed on deadline day. Couple of minutes left to go. One ball forward, which goes straight into the opposite goalkeeper's arms. Nice little oddity from that one. Here's Wood on a hat-trick, of course. Still Wood, he's got possession really well. Looking for options. Jack Cork might be one. Trippier, Naba. Trippier. Looking for Walter. Oh, mistake! And Ings scores! And that is the final flourish for Burnley. They're going to win the game in stoppage time. A mistake in the Newcastle defence. There may have been a hint of handball, but the referee allowed it to go on, and it's a good job he did, because it would have robbed Ings another goal if he had a prone for a penalty or over. I think he might have took it himself, but it didn't matter anyway. Burnley 4, Newcastle 2. My goodness, the Clarets have made hard work of this today, but they've come out of it the right side of the scoreline, and that's what mattered really. Newcastle have, for all that hard work and the way they've kind of attacked the Clarets, now look a beaten side. And there we are, the final whistle blown by Mr. Swarbrick, the referee. And Burnley have won, but my goodness, Newcastle made it so hard for them. Had to put them in front. It was 1-1 at the break, of course. Had to put them 2-1 up, and then it came 2-2 with 1 second, and then 2 more from Danny Ings. Sealed the deal for Burnley. They stay top of the Premier League tonight. But my goodness, they made it hard work for themselves. Final score, Burnley 4, Newcastle 2. Well, an important 3 points there for Burnley. Stretches their lead to 4 points now over Tottenham in second place. Stoke a further point back, but Newcastle now bottom of the table. And to be fair, they've really put in a shift in against us on Saturday. And Rafa's men should feel a little bit hard done by. They didn't get anything out of the game, because they did attack us. They didn't for the kill. They got 2 smashing goals really, and they worked them really well. So there's plenty of positives for Newcastle to take out of this, but they are now rock bottom of the table, and that's a real concern for Messrs Mike Ashley and Rafa Benitez, that their team are now in the bottom 3 and don't look kosher at all. Well, there we are. That's the end of this particular episode of Career Mode. Join us for the next one, where we have an away match down at St Mary's, where we visit Southampton, which is a big game for us really, because we need the points as well. The away games, we are still unbeaten away from home despite that 1 defeat to West Ham so far. And Tom Eaton and Ryan Shawcross and Ben Mee have all been called up. Schürrle's been called up for Germany as well. Henrik and Wood, of course, they've been called up for Ireland and New Zealand respectively. That just brings us to the end of the episode. Don't forget to join us for the Southampton episode very soon. But from me, JB, from John Stuttard, have a wonderful day, and we'll see you for the next episode of the Burnley Career Mode very soon. Bye bye.